Hey, Sage here. Today we're taking a look at technical analysis for the crypto markets and see what has happened in the previous week and what our expectations are for the next week ahead. I'll cover wave analysis with Elliott wave theory and provide multiple scenarios a price may take and explain why I prefer one coin over another. Let's take a look at the different possibilities. Today I'll cover Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance Coin and ADA, as ADA has taken over the wave or number 4 spot in crypto market cap over XRP. So that's why I'm covering that this week. So starting with Bitcoin, again, overall what we are expecting is an ABC ending down here at the June 18th lows. Since then we've had a few different ideas for the structure on lower time frame, so let's take a look at that. Bullish idea overall was this one, in which we had this as a 1-2, 1-2, 1-2 and higher. This would be a very bullish idea, which would, the first area I would be liking to see is 25.6k broken, at which we would have this first move here getting to that 1.618 extension, which would again indicate more that okay, we can turn more bullish here. We have already on larger US market indices taken out this previous order block or previous major resistance, and those are very much more bullish than Bitcoin here. So I'm not quite sure why Bitcoin is taking so much longer than any other asset. Of course, there's other altcoins that as well that hasn't really moved and been just floating around, but like Ethereum, some of them have pumped quite big already. But yeah, this is the bullish idea. This is looking pretty good, but again, I'm still cautious since we have not taken out the 1.618 here. The bearish idea is still alive. In this one, we are looking this as a WXY into W here, 3 ways into X, and then A, B, and C here into the wave Y. In this one, we would be looking this as a 5-way move here on wave A, then 3-way move back into wave B, and then again 3 ways in 1, 3 ways in 2, 3 ways in 3, and so on. The last extension here for the wave 5 should be around the 0.618. We nearly hit that, and unfortunately I'm not quite sure if we can accept this, as we did not hit it, and we keep that 618 or 0.618 as the minimum extension target for any 3-way move. So of course it is possible that we have ended it like that, but it would be a bit ugly. We did hit the 0.618 extension requirement for this ABC move here, and the 0.618 extension here on higher time frame of this WXY as well, as we see here. So it is also possible that we have completed this whole WXY and now heading down lower. Now we'll look into this as if we are going to be taking out these previous lows here, which would again turn us more bearish, as then we don't have to be looking this more bullishly as well, and then we can turn up and see more on local and daily videos, see what our targets would be for the downside more. Then we had the diagonal ideas. Again, a few different ideas here on the same one. One of them was that we had this as 1, 2, 3, 4 and looking for 5th. It doesn't have the right look here, especially if we are turning down. It doesn't have anything going on for it. The other option was that we had this as an A, B and C. This is probably the best looking of the diagonals here, what we have. A would be here, again B, and then C would be saying that we have this as a 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Does not have the best look, but again it is respecting the trend lines quite well here, so that's why I'm quite liking it quite a lot. On a bit lower time frame, we do have these divergences happening here, which would indicate us having some momentum coming down. Momentum is ending here for the bulls here, and so price is definitely having a look downwards as well, at least some kind of correction. It is possible that we are just going to be making some kind of flat pattern here and then continuing this more bullish move up higher. But that is Bitcoin. Let's move on to Ethereum, in which let's start with the bullish counts. We have 2 of them. One of them is saying that we have this as 1, 2, 3, 4 and yeah, we were looking at this structure here last week as the potential end, at least on the other bullish count. But here again we were suspecting that this indeed was going to be continuation upwards, as we did not get any extension targets here for the wave 3. So wave 3 did not even hit the 1.618 extension, which generally means that we're going to be expecting some kind of extension on the wave 5, which we are now looking to get. Again, one target would be around $2,100, which would be the one-to-one target of from 0 to 3, pivoted from wave 4 here. And yeah, at the moment, however, that looks like it is quite a small target, so we could be extending way higher as well, as this would be at just 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 into the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And then, yeah, those higher numbers would be probably more preferable, to be honest. The other bullish scenario is saying instead of wave 3 being around here, we have it here. Again, this would be still expecting some kind of extension here on the 5th, although we did hit the 1.618 here. Generally, I would like to see some kind of larger extension on these, at least on one of the wave structures, so that's why I'm expecting an extension here as well. The only thing that I don't like about this count is the 0.618 retracement here for the wave 4 of micro within this wave 3, and that is the reason why I prefer the other bullish count over this one. But yeah, this is pretty similar, just a bit different targets overall here, as they are a bit differently measured. The bearish scenario for Ethereum would be overall that we have this as an ABC into W, 3US back into X, hitting that 382 minimum retracement very nicely, and then again this would be another A, B, and C. One-to-one target for the ABC move here was hit. We are very close to the one-to-one extension of this WXY as well. That would be around $2,100. At that point we have also the 1.236 and 1.382 of this smaller move here. If we go beyond the 1.618 extension of this ABC move here, around the $2,250, then we can be more skeptical about this count as well. At the moment, this does look like we have this as a 1, 2. We can have this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this would be a 3rd, 4th, and 5th. That would be the more likely scenario which we would be looking at here for the Ethereum. Again, that would be getting closer and closer to that 2.2k area. But again, as long as we don't hit that, we're still looking fine here for the bearish count. But yeah, I think that's all on Ethereum. We do have these divergences happening on Ethereum as well, which is a signal of, okay, be careful here. At least take profits if you're in trading or in trades, because this momentum is starting to dry up. Then we have the BNB. This is the worst one of them all at the moment. I don't really like any of the counts I have here, unfortunately. We were talking about this last week as having the possibility of this bearish scenario in which we have this as an A, B, and C, hitting diagonal, ending diagonal. That is not really common and not a surprise to anybody. This current structure does not really help anything. Very sideways structure. I can't really get any kind of good looking count that would fit this count at least at all. So I might need to start with the more bullish count. Now on the bullish count, we have again the same diagonal here on the wave 1, 3 years back into wave 2, and then again 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and so on. The issue with this count, however, what we have is that we have overlap between the 1 here and this structure here, so we can't have this as a 1, 2, 3, 4 at all. So instead we have to have very large nested patterns of 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2s. The wave 2 here is very small. However, we are getting divergences all the way from this peak here up to these highs here. So we did have, well, just 2 divergences basically happening here. Not too many, but we don't really need too many. So yeah, I don't really like this count either. We don't have the proper pullback here, so I'm going to be not trading BNB for until I get some kind of correct looking structure here overall. Yeah, I'm just going to be ignoring it. Then we had the expanding diagonal here, which is definitely looking very bad. Doesn't have anything to go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then some continuation upwards. Does not seem right, as we did not really get any kind of retracement here. Is that like 20%? Yeah, around 20% retracement here. Let's see. Yeah, 23.6% retracement. Very small. I would be really surprised if this is going to be leading us into anything. Then we have ADA. I'm going to show you as well the higher time frame, as we did not talk about that previously, as I haven't covered this in a bit. Overall, what I'm thinking this as is an ABC into W, ABC into X, and then WXY into these lows around 12th of May. So that's a bit different than other altcoins. This is the current low that we have on ADA. We did come very close here on 13th of July for those lows. So we'll look into that next. Let me zoom into back to 1 hour. So that was the main idea here, that we actually ended down here into these lows. The other higher time frame structure that I had as a potential was, well, not as good, but A, B, and C. That C wave would have to extend further down here into the lows where we had the 13th of July here. And in this one, we would have this as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 here, like so. And in this last bit here, let me zoom in a bit. It is very ugly. So wave 4 would be here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Wave 5 definitely looks more like a 3-way move, which is the reason I'm not liking this count that much at all. If we want to have this as a 5-way move, we have to zoom in and see this whole thing as a 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and 5. We don't have any divergences here either, so that doesn't really make too much sense to me. Overall, this count, just because the end here is so weird. So my preferred structure is this one, in which we end down here, and we have this count from here, starting again as a 3-way structure here, then 3 ways into W, 3 ways into X, and then 3 ways back into wave Y. Now the issue with this count, however, is that on arithmetic scale we did not get to the 0.618 here of this. That is wrong color. That's why it was a bit weird. 0.618 of this W move here compared to the wave Y. On logarithmic scale we did though, so again, log versus arithmetic, that's going to be another discussion for another day. Probably never going to get solved, but yeah, we're very close to it, so we might need to agree that it is acceptable. In any case, we have a structure that is 3, 3, which again is a flat pattern of some sorts. It's not an expanded flat. We did not take out the start of wave A here, so it's going to be a normal flat in which we are expecting something like 1-to-1 extension to 1.236 extension here would be the targets of this ABC move. So around the 69 cent to 75 or 76 cent area would be my best guess at this very moment. This does allow us to have or be very aggressive here on a lower time frame to look for long setups, in which we would have this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 into wave 1, through a pullback into wave 2. This first structure here is very complex. We have to remind ourselves that, okay, this is very corrective looking here, and very overlapping. And we also have to have the wave 1 up here into the very first peak. Let's go to 1 hour. Otherwise, if we are labeling the wave 1 on either this high or this high, then wave 3 here would be the smallest structure of this wave 1, which is not allowed again, but since then it is looking fine. 3-way structure here into wave 2 as I mentioned, then again 5 ways into wave 1, 3-way pullback into A wave here, 3 ways into wave B, and then sideways into C, creating a running flat here, as we have had that very same structure on many other crypto coins and all markets. And yeah, it is very similar to everything basically we have at the moment. Even on Bitcoin, we have this very same structure here. Since then, again, ending wave 2 down here, and then we were looking this as a 1, 2, possible 3, 4 and 5. Wave 4, if it goes below this current or this order block here, or area of volume resistance, support and resistance area, around the 55 cent area, if it goes below that, we are really risking getting back to this wave 1 area. At that point, again, we are going to go below the 0.5 retracement of this third move here, which would make it so that it is very unlikely to be actually a wave 3. If that happens, then we have to be looking at some other possibilities. I have one scenario here in mind, and this is still the same, a wave 1 here, but this is again a wave, just an A wave instead of a wave 2. Wave 2 would be way over here, and the idea here was that we would have something like this as an expander flat or a running flat. In here, wave B would be something like A, B and C, or a WXY. At the moment, we are very close to the 1-to-1 extension here of the A, B and C. We actually probably tagged it to the dollar. If we are going to go below or beyond the 1.618 around 60 cents area here, or 60.8 cents area, then we would be invalidating this idea of A, B and C. So I don't allow the wave B here retracing 1.618 of wave A here. So yeah, if we go beyond that, then I won't consider this either as an option. But this would allow us to have an impulse wave down here for the wave C. On very low time frame, let's take a look. Is there any clues here for that? We did create a lower low here with a divergence, possible three-way structure here. However, we did have that divergence here as well. Not really clear structures. It can be just a three-way structure here as well. We're getting to that 1-to-1. We'll see how it turns out. Maybe I need to make an update video on the daily or on some local time frames. Now on daily, we don't really have too much here. On weekly, we had this trend line coming down, which we did break, at least if we are drawing it from here. If we draw it from the very tip top, we have already broken it before. If we are doing it like this, we have broken it way below here, where we had the local lows basically, and that definitely had some resistance, and now we can be pumping up higher. And this would very much support the more bullish idea overall for ADA and many other crypto coins, as we had talked about this scenario weeks ago when we were talking about, okay, we can be making or having this trend line coming down, and when this is going to be breaking, then we can be looking into higher prices. And higher prices we have already gotten. Very nice moves from the lows on very many different altcoins. But I think that is going to do it for this week on this crypto overall look. If you made it this far into the video, I would appreciate the likes. Link to my free Discord server in the description below. And for now, I thank you for watching and hope you have an amazing rest of your day. See you in the next video. Bye bye.